Double edit up top. Oh my God. That was nasty. So I don't know if you saw, but when I got the cone in the box, I didn't have all the walls in the back. So I played the right hand peek, got how to properly use cones in Fortnite. I'm known for advanced guides and harder Fortnite tutorials, but today in this video, I'm gonna dumb it down to make it real simple. Use code KenBeans if this video helps you, and let me show you what I wish I knew if I were to start over today. First, the most utilized strat amongst good players is something I call cone hopping. Pretty much means anytime there's a cone in front of you, you could position yourself in the perfect spot to jump over the wall in front of you to get one layer up. If it makes you feel any better, even I to this very day still mess up doing really advanced retakes and falling short of timing the jump correctly. That means I'm forced to mantle just to keep up, which wastes time in a fight. Cone jumping can get very difficult if your editing is slow or you mess up the edits while you're in the air, so I just keep practicing it to this day to get consistent. 2. Oh, here's another move where I place the cone above walls. I do this literally all the time. If someone directly ramps at me, I can just place a cone. I talk about this later in the video, but I thought I'd say this at the front because it's really useful. Here's something most beginner players have zero clue about, but this is one of the best, most unexpected peek shots in the game to date. The cone wall peek. Anytime you're on a cone like this or you see one in front of you, I just use the wall in front of me to go up for a peek by jumping on the cone like this. The more center you are, you got to remember that the more exposed you're going to be. So in this case, it's good to stay away from the direct center so that less of your head is exposed. Okay, so this is something I'm going to be talking a lot about, but it's how I can place cones above walls like this. And I can even place them underneath bases just like this. Before we break that down, just to kind of blow your mind a little bit, besides those two things, you can also place cones in the weirdest spots while you build, kind of like this. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and let's get back to the basics real quick. What I'm about to show you is how you're going to get smarter using cones. Anytime you pressure someone from the bottom, I quickly place cones underneath the box like so. For some reason on Fortnite, you can constantly phase stuff into boxes even if the walls and floors aren't yours. Then what you can do is just walk forwards up the stairs and exploit into the box. No matter if they're holding any of the build pieces, you can still get in. To get a little bit more fancy with this, the harder version of this is doing it at the same level with the person you're fighting. So let's say you're fighting in the air. It has to be in the air. Pretty much just make sure they're not on an unbreakable surface like grass or something else. I walk up to the box, I pressure them, and I realize that they have no cone or stair inside. So I look off to the side here and just place the cone in underneath just like this. It's good to note that the closer you are, the more room you have to mess up. Also, if you do manage to screw this up in any way, just edit the pieces in front of you so that you can actually perform the move again. Sometimes I place builds there real quick, so I just edit them and do the trick fast. After this, you pressure the wall and I try and take it and then go for shots. So let's take it up a notch just a little bit here. Let's say for some crazy reason you watch a lot of KenBeans, so you know that I always talk about this move. This is a retake that I preach to everyone to use because it's the best way to block angles while trying to grab height. Pretty simple, walls and stairs. This move right here is called a cone drag. Cones can reach the furthest out of any build that you have, so it's a lot easier to place cones ahead of you while you're building. So anytime I ramp in a certain direction and I want to change directions to the right or left, I just do this cone drag. Pros will drag cones out all the time when they play. So let's say you're in a different scenario. I got a wall in front of me. I'm gonna jump out to the side, throw my walls up in this order, then just land on stairs above and below. Then I edit out and I just instantly drag cones over, the cone drag. Then place a wall and you can go crazy. If you're still confused, don't worry. Here's the simplest version of it. Just walk in any direction you please while placing cones, drag them out, then place a wall and then go for a shot. This makes piece control 10 times easier as you will just eventually just accidentally piece control people. Cone drag, remember. Here's a really random tip, but useful nevertheless. When you spam edit cones just like this, it could get really triggering if you don't look at the cone while you're trying to reset it. Most people, what they do is switch to either their gun or a pickaxe to reset the cone. If you aren't quick enough, you're gonna get caught lacking and you could be stuck in the top of a cone edit. It just kind of gets frustrating if you're doing this fast. My word of advice, if you're willing to take it, never be resting on a cone like this and then when you want to go up, you only place one wall. Always do two. When you build fight someone, there's a chance you ramp up, you place a cone on top of your stair just like this, and then you see how I'm placing two walls. This helps me not get side jumped, or if they decide to chop, it's gonna buy me more time because now they have to break two builds. Very simple thing, and I try to do this in as many fights as I can. Practice placing cones just like this and then jumping into a pre-box. So cone wall and then jump over and piece this whole thing. It helps you figure out the best crosshair placement to edit these double edits, and when you get good at it, you barely have to move your crosshair. One thing I want to mention is that you should be leading your build fights with cones. I remember I was doing some tips and tricks one time and I heard someone say that they actually really started to learn more about cones when someone told them to start leading with it in build fights. That's probably the quickest tip I can give that actually sort of makes sense in build fights. The more you lead with your cones, the more you're going to start start to see when and where you can't use them. So when you get stared over just like this, someone ramps over you, you can place the cone on top of the stair, go for a full box, edit out either side, and now you have a right hand peek. If there ever comes a time when you mess up the cone jump that I talked about earlier in the video, all you have to do is just place a floor to catch yourself. Sometimes pros do this so fast that you barely even realize that they messed up. So whenever you're free building, you're hopping along and you mess up, just quickly place that floor and get back to work. Here's a similar scenario to the previous tip, but this right here, when you're just on a cone, I do this move exactly how I'm showing you to box them. It's crazy how much this works, and if you can get the timing down, it will really help your fighting a ton. One thing I didn't cover was the extreme basics of cones. Not only can you place walls through cones, doing any sort of high ground retake, you place the cone and you place the walls through it to gain further piece control, but you can also use this to pre-edit some of the walls if you're looking to do a pre-edit play. So if you have nowhere in your box to set up a pre-edit, all you do is look above the cone, make the edit, and you're good to go. Pre-edit plays is pretty much when you pre-edit your wall, so that way when you take the wall, it's instantly set up so it takes the other person off guard. So these are your standard 90s in Fortnite. There's different variations and all this jazz. Chances are if you're a newer player, you probably still know about 90s. When it comes to cones, there's also something called cone 90s. Essentially, these are just as useful in certain spots when someone has high ground above you and you're trying to gain elevation and protect your head at the same time. Make sure that you have a reset edit button bound, so that way you can just edit the cone, you reset it, and before confirming, you make another edit and continue ramping up. And you just place the cone again and you do the same thing over and over and over again. These are called cone 90s. Here's the jiving strat that he's probably put in a bunch of tutorials ranging from like a year or two ago. But if someone's directly above you, what jiving does is he places a cone, he places a wall, he edits the cone into a stair, and then jumps up and tries to just keep doing that over and over. So if you ever need to get quickly up one layer, just do exactly what I'm doing right now and practice that. Let's just say you're in a game and you're looking through a cone like so, but you're like me and you have confirm edit on release turned on. If you try to look at the map in this spot, this is exactly what's going to happen to you. You're going to try and get stuck on an edit as you're trying to zoom in. So what I do is I try to get all the way over to the corner like this. I look at the direct opposite corner just like this, so I can't get stuck on an edit as I scroll through my map. This is really only for people with scroll wheel reset on, so chances are if you're a controller player and you don't have this, I wouldn't worry about it. Pretty much, I thought I'd show how I sit in a box sometimes in a scrim. First one is the Dorito edit, just like this, and you can look through the cone so the blue stuff isn't so much in your way and blocking your vision. The other one is jumping into a cone like this and peeking through. You'll see a lot of pros do this in endgame sometimes to just scout the layers above them. And also what I started doing recently, if I didn't have a floor placed already, I would jump up and then place the floor like this. This is just a little easier. Just make sure no matter which way you do it, that you're in the direct center of the cone. You can line yourself up by looking down and then jumping, because even now in today's day, pros will still mess this up every now and then. So don't worry about getting it perfect. Here's a basic cone tarp. Sometimes when I run over enemy builds like this, I have to use a cone tarp so that no one can edit me down. So practice getting used to this tarp right here. Very simple and neat crosshair placement. You don't need to go all over the place to place these builds. If I were you, I would just start super slow so you get the button pressing timing down, and then speed up slowly. Try to have control over your cones and not extend them too far out and in various places you don't want. Now we're getting a little advanced here, but not really. What people do when they roll up to someone's box like this, they do this move with cones and walls. So the whole objective right now is what you're looking at is to claim the walls in front of you, so that way you can't get boxed. You wait for them to edit and reset, then you flip the cone and you get a free chance to break the wall and steal it. Pro strat, but pretty simple when you break it down like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop from the battle bus. I'm playing at 315 arena points, and I'm going to talk you guys through exactly the beginner stuff of me trying to use cones just like mid fight. Just be ready for me to die off the bat. Yeah, we're just going to run around, double edit here. Okay, we're going to run out the side. Cone. Easy enough. Right after I got that kill, seconds later, my controller stopped working. Let's see if we can run it back. Okay, this is the final time I'm dying. Oh, these lobbies are just a little bit harder than I thought, but we're determined to get this victory royale. Okay, land on pistol. Get the god drop. Nice. Banana running in the open. He has no builds. He's dead. Hopefully we have a shotgun here. No. Okay, so we're going to start out by coning these tops. There we go. Easy enough. Oh, wow. There's another guy sneaking on me. We got to be swift about this. Dead. Probably didn't need that cone, right? Because that guy was just trying to... He was looking to get in, like, right away anyway. So a cone there probably wasn't the most optimal thing. But we're healthy again. W's. Okay, we got to fight over here. Guy might come out the back, so we got to be ready to pump. Placing a cone down, so... Okay, let's get out of that box. Going up and down. So what we're going to do is take this right here, but we're going to stay on this angle. He's going to make an edit any second. Dead on him. All right, we're looking pretty good. We're gonna jump up in our cone, hold wall, and not panic. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is a little bit advanced. I play like really fast because I understand. I'm trying, like, I know what I need to do. But maybe this will be good for you guys as well. Oh my god. Let's see if I can slow it down a little bit. All right, so I'm just gonna naturally double edit this side. Oh my god, he just swerved my shot. Okay, so here we go. We got a guy down below. And what we're going to do is we're going to completely surround ourselves in this box fight right here. Make good space for ourselves. And just play very slow. Jump up right in his face. Double edit. Box. We heard a third party in the back end, so... Oh my god, 175. Got a guy healing right here. I think he's really close, so I'm just going to try and run through this and just... Peace. Do my little strat here. Now I'm gonna take this and just... Yep, there he goes. Cone him. Dead. Nice. Easy. All because I started playing... Oh my shit. All because I was really safe. I ended up, you know, getting a couple quick kills there. 11 kills off spawn. No, not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, mostly so far, it's pretty much been coming down to just me playing really safe and just trying to be the first one to place a cone in their box. Okay, nice. We got a guy up on height here. And now we just play boxes. What we're going to do is just, once again, just play behind this right-hand peak. Now we got homie on the run. See if we can cut him off real quick. We got the visual audio. Dead. Oh, we got another guy. Oh, okay. I'm getting too quick. I feel bad. I can't control myself. I literally can't help it. Maybe I'll slow that kill down for you guys so that way you can kind of see what I did there. Because this is supposed to be a beginner guide. If you're more advanced, you definitely can understand. Oh my god, we got hella guys right here. Let's get the fight on, man. Oh wow, that guy was just trying to drop a 20 bomb. Why not? Okay, we're just gonna create good space. We're gonna reload this shoddy. And dead. Hopefully, as long as we don't get headshot sniped, we are chilling. Got on the zip line right here. 90 tag. Okay, so we're gonna grab height first. We're gonna make quick work of this. Nice. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna get ahead of this guy. Nice. Okay, we should be able to wrap these kills up here. Oh my Jesus. That guy just turned around and hit me with a swiftness. Cone, look. See that cone right there? I do that almost all the time during my fights. Cone, look. See that cone right there? I do that the second I ramp up. It's just like kind of stairs in front of me and I just throw cones right in front of that every single time. Okay, so we got heads here. What I'm going to do is create a little base for myself. That way I can't get third partied. And then jump in. Dead. Oh, man. We got the fry today. Oh, we just hit hard there. That way he can't edit on me, right? I threw that so he couldn't edit. He has to rebox. Okay, so let's see what we can make happen. Okay, Okay, we're gonna play safe so we don't die. Need this 20 bomb in the bag here. Full box. Ooh, that was clean, man. So I don't know if you saw, but when I got the cone in the box, I didn't have all the walls in the back. So I played the right hand peek, got the walls behind him, full box him, and then tried to go for a kill. Usually in fights, I try to think of the fastest way to just secure them in my box. Especially because he was panicking a little bit, it made that decision like super easy. Oh, we got the God gun now. We're just gonna go very slowly throughout this house, right? Because we know this guy is in here. Oh, wait, what? Hold up, I got a crumb on my mouse pad. Double-headed up top. Oh my God. That was nasty. Oh, it's a 1v1. Okay, so let's play this smart. Oh my. I might have to go in for the pick at. Ah, let's go, dude. Let's go. That was a perfect game. 24 kills. Okay. Look forward to way more beginner content coming to this channel. Use code KenBeans, drop a like, a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.